Yo, what's good, kings and queens? It's your boy Don, and I'm back for another reaction video today. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know every time I post, you heard. Other than that, if you're not new, welcome back to the channel, man. Thank y'all for popping out. Thank y'all for showing love, you heard. I appreciate y'all. Put y'all socials in the chat, in the comments below, you heard. I'm gonna pin some of y'all. I'm gonna put y'all in the video, all that. We can all communicate, network, all that, you heard. So today, y'all, we're gonna be reacting to the 10 greatest police chases of all time. Y'all know this is gonna be comedy because it's either gonna be the police officers not catching them or them getting caught and it being comedy. Hopefully nobody get hurt, you heard. But yo, let's just see what's gonna happen, man. I'm not gonna lie. Let's get right into it, you heard. Let's see. What's up? I'm crying.
Crazy police chases don't just exist in video games and movies. The police have to always be prepared to chase down criminals, even if those criminals have some pretty creative ways of evading capture.
What's going
Whether
on?
their vehicle of choice is a convertible, an RV, or a skateboard, they figure out how to keep running for as long as they possibly can. And whether they're a hardened criminal or just a little kid, police are going to have to find a way to pull them over. Let's take a look at some of the greatest real-life police chases of all time. Some criminals think that in order to beat the police, you have to become the police.
No,
This is the case for
not
one man who was chased by police after he decided to steal a pickup truck. He crashes the stolen truck in the desert in a cloud of sand and jumps out. Using the confusion to his advantage,
bugging
he's
out.
off into the bush. It looks like he might try to flee on foot or hide from the police, but what he does instead is wait for the officers to start chasing him and then double back. He heads toward the abandoned police cruisers on the side of the road, completely unnoticed by the officers. And lucky for him, they
Got
left
in
their
it.
keys in the ignition. Helicopters watch as he takes off in the stolen
Crazy.
cruiser and even passes by other officers on their way to lend backup who think he's one of them.
Right.
But eventually, they catch on to him once the car is reported stolen, and he's finally cornered and taken into custody.
I'm
But
crying.
it was a strange day for the
You
officers
screw
who
that
got
up.
a lot more than they bargained for by having to chase down their very own patrol car. A woman by the name of Caitlin Rodriguez shocked Texas when her police chase turned into a family affair. The 29-year-old was caught speeding down Route 90 at 100 miles an hour after cops tried to pull her over on outstanding warrants. The woman knew she was wanted, so she thought her best chance at freedom was a high-speed chase down the highway. But it turns out that she wasn't the only one in the car. After her Mercedes SUV crashes into the back of a pickup truck, she jumps out and retrieves her baby, car seat and all, from the back seat. Then she dashes across several lanes of a busy highway, avoiding cars with her baby still in hand, and tries to steal herself a brand new ride. But carjacking can't be so easy with a baby in tow, and she's apprehended by police before she can even get the car started. The baby, thankfully unharmed, was carefully removed from the car. And
dang, now he without a mother.
52-year-old Julianne Rainbird was struck trying to evade police in an RV after they tracked her down for identity theft. Rainbird bought the RV with an identity she'd stolen. So when the identity theft was reported, the police were almost immediately on her tail. Police approached the RV first, but Rainbird frantically sped away. It's obvious that it was difficult for her to control the large vehicle and that she was in a completely panicked state. Unable to weave through traffic, she smashes into at least 6 cars and a palm tree, causing more and more damage to the RV as she goes. But she continues to drive even with gaping holes in the vehicle. Turns out she wasn't the only one in the car.
I'm crying.
She brought along her 2 furry friends.
The dog's like, yo.
Her dog seems to have enough and decides to jump out of the vehicle. Don't worry, the dog ended up being just fine. But a second dog appears, and it's clear he wishes he jumped out too. The RV finally comes to a halt, and Rainbird decides to run on foot. But she's quickly outrun by the police and taken into custody. And her dogs, the unwilling accomplices to her
now they ain't got no mama.
taken somewhere safe.
Dang, man. In the mission, you heard. Please hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Share the video, you heard. This is just pure craziness, man. Now, I already knew it was going to be craziness because there's nothing good that come out of running from the police. I'm not going to lie. Unless you make it out. Like, that's the only good thing. But if you getting caught, nah, it's raps. If y'all ever, hopefully y'all have it. If y'all ever had to do anything like this, please let me know down in the comments. Actually, don't even do that. Don't even incriminate yourself. But if you heard about something like this, let me know down in the comments. You heard. I appreciate y'all for popping out. Let's see what else they talking about, son. Who else?
Police in style seems better reserved for games like GTA. But two burglars in Los Angeles thought that they should turn being chased by police into a star-studded moment. The two men drove down Hollywood Boulevard in a Ford Mustang convertible and were seen
In the
filling
rain.
donuts, dancing in the seats, pumping their fists in the air, and just genuinely having a good time
Right.
as police chased them for about an hour and a half. Their chase even gained a number of followers. The cops are coming! As people live tweeted the event as they watched them speed down the busy boulevard. The
I'm
chase lasted
crying.
all the way to South LA, with the two men soaking up the attention the whole time. Before they finally pull over to take some selfies with fans as they wait for police to catch up. It seems like the duo wanted to go out in style as they complied peacefully with the officers.
At
when
that
they arrived.
point.
Do you think you'd try to take advantage of your 5 minutes of fame too? If you ever ended up in a police chase, let us know in the comments.
That's a
A
fact.
crash that could have ended very violently went down in Phoenix, Arizona. 31-year-old Mitchell Timothy Tybal tried to avoid capture after police tried to stop him for a moving traffic violation. Instead of pulling over, he speeds up, and police are forced to use stop sticks to try and slow him down. But he avoids them. He speeds, and then
Wait, go back.
sticks to try and slow him down. But he avoids them. He speeds, and then starts to exceed 100 kilometers per hour. The police try to box him in, but that doesn't work either. He rams a patrol car and veers off, picking up even more speed as he darts away. Obviously, he had to slow down at some point, and cops were just hoping he wouldn't collide with another driver. But of course, all this concluded in a head-on, high-speed collision between Tybell's red SUV and a black SUV.
Dang,
Smoke
boy.
filled the air, and things don't really look good for either of the drivers.
At all.
The vehicle even rolls a few times before coming to a complete stop. But amazingly, after such a accident, Tybell is uninjured, as is the driver of the other vehicle. He was then taken into custody and driven.
My boy got up and started running.
Much slower speed. A man who stole a lumber truck and took it on a joyride through a town gave a whole new meaning to the term hot pursuit. The man was chased by police after he stole the vehicle and started doing donuts on a busy street. He was also waving at people and seemingly enjoying his ride as pedestrians cheered him on. But despite how much people were enjoying the show, the vehicle was dangerously swinging across the highway and blocking traffic, moments away from causing an accident. When police started to pursue, things got a little too hot for the driver. One of his tires is shot out, and he loses control of the vehicle. The back of the truck starts to catch on fire, and the flame continues to grow as he continues flinging. Flaming debris even starts to roll down the highway as it flies off of his vehicle. He's eventually brought to a stop and taken out of the vehicle before the fire can spread.
Wow.
It's a pretty close call. If anyone on this list was happy to have police pull him out of his vehicle, it's probably this guy. Some car thieves don't even prefer cars as their main method of transportation. Such is the case of a man in Los Angeles who was chased by cops after stealing a BMW sedan. The driver speeds through red lights and weaves through traffic to avoid capture, but he eventually crashes into the back of a vehicle stopped in traffic.
Terrible
That
driver.
didn't mean it was over for this thief. He figured that leaving the car behind and using another means of transportation was the best bet. The man hops out of the BMW with his trusty longboard in hand. He runs into oncoming traffic and hops onto his board once he reaches the sidewalk, riding it for about a block before he has to run into traffic again. His joyride is then
I'm dead.
by the pickup truck who blocks his path, allowing police to finally corner and capture him. Turns out that the pickup truck driver was actually a bit of a celebrity. It was actor Lou Pizarro, who starred in the true TV show Operation Repo.
Oh, so he's a boy. He's a fed
pretty
in.
cool story to tell in jail. A drive through some wide open spaces might seem like a fun time, but we're sure it was stressful for this Oklahoma driver. A man in a stolen truck took police on a chase through country roads and then wide open fields when they tried to corner him. The driver seems to have some fun at first, even pulling donuts, before another vehicle pulls up and shoots at the truck. Panicked, the driver takes off through the fields and then ends up driving straight into a pond when trying to reverse away from the police. He then clumsily gets out of the vehicle and trudges through the water as fast as he can, which is not very fast given the swampy conditions. The police have some trouble following him in, but he's eventually caught and put into the patrol car. We're sure that he didn't imagine his day ending in such a sinking situation.
It's a fact.
Can artificial intelligence...
In the mission, you heard. Please hit that like button, y'all. I appreciate y'all for popping out. Please hit that subscribe button. Hold on, let me turn this light on, son. Oh, that's a fact. Thank y'all for popping out, you heard. I'm not gonna keep y'all in the mission too long.
You don't have to be an experienced driver to be the subject of a police chase. You don't even have to have a license or be of legal age. Like this 10-year-old Ohio boy who was taken into custody after leading police on a high-speed chase that ended when troopers boxed him in along the Ohio Turnpike. But this wasn't even the 10-year-old's only joyride. A second chase took place just 2 weeks later, and this time the boy was more evasive. He drove onto a grassy berm at a slow speed to avoid the officer's stop sticks. A trooper was able to gently nudge the vehicle into a post with his cruiser and block his getaway.
What is he doing?
Was thankfully unhurt. So why would he take his parents' car out for a joyride in the first place? Well, the first time he told officers that he was just bored. But the second time? Yeah, that's because his mother took away his PlayStation. Talk about a temper tantrum.
What is wrong with y'all?
The first or the last kid to get arrested for taking his parents' car on a joyride. What about these two kids who found themselves getting a talking to by the Portage police chief for reckless driving and endangerment? Not even tiny children in their tiny cars are above the law. But all jokes aside, some really young kids have been involved in police chases.
Nah, for real.
This 9-year-old driver and his 4-year-old passenger, who were pulled over for the second time while driving a car they'd stolen from their parents. A 911 caller reported that the vehicle appeared to be operated by 2 young children and that they were not able to keep the vehicle in the correct lane of traffic.
Bugging.
A Washington County Sheriff's deputy responded and was able to intercept the vehicle about 3 miles away from the location of the initial 911 call. While he was in pursuit, the 9-year-old drove the vehicle into a ditch. Thankfully, he wasn't going very fast and no one was hurt. But we hope that this is the last time that these two siblings decide to drive themselves to Grandma's house.
It's crazy.
So what's your favorite entry on the list?
I'm not gonna lie, man. It was a lot of different ones. That 10-year-old one got me tight. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this man said he drove it because his mother took his PlayStation and because he was bored. I don't understand the logic. I'm not gonna lie. If y'all understand and if y'all did that, please let me know down in the comments you heard. I don't know. It's crazy comedy for real. I just posted a video, y'all, so go check it out. I'm about to go post another one right now. Y'all check it out, man. Thank y'all for popping out. Follow my social media right here, you heard. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Peace, love, dawn.